a lot of options in the law. Corporate is not the only option. You have many options in competitive field, and कुछ field ऐसे हैं कि there is not much competition. You can easily clear if you are little bit focused, little bit if you are having little bit of knowledge, you are little bit focused, and you are making right choices at the right point of time.
Hello, and welcome back to the One Take Show. In this episode, we are in conversation with Mr. Harshit Sharma. Now, I cannot begin to recite all his achievements just from the memory, so I'm going to read them out for you. Sir was selected as a candidate for Civil Judge cum Judicial Magistrate in Rajasthan Judicial Services. He was ranked All India Rank 68 in DJS 2019. He is a doctoral candidate, PhD at NLU Jodhpur. He ranked All India Rank 15 and 23 in CLAD PG respectively in 2019 and 20. He has also qualified UGC NET, and recently he has come out with a book called Legal Digest on Contemporary Legal Topics, a very useful book for every law student. In this episode, we talk about his preparation strategy for judiciary, his experience with all these competitive examinations, his experience with UGC, his experience in academia. We will also talk about why and how he is so passionate about fitness and health, something that he writes about on Quora and has a huge followership, by the way, and something that has helped him with both competitive examinations and in law school as well. We will also talk about his up and coming book, what was it conceptualized for, why is it important for law students, and where does he see his entire career moving towards, and what are the major takeaways that we can use to enrich ourselves and to make ourselves better from this very conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, I am 100% sure that you are going to love this conversation, and if you do, make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel. If you have any suggestions or feedbacks, write them down in the comment section. I would love to read them. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's start the podcast. Hello, sir. Welcome to the One Take Show. I am truly honored and blessed to have this opportunity to speak with you. I think anyone who follows you, either on LinkedIn or perhaps on Quora or anywhere else for that matter, is really inspired with all those accomplishments, all those achievements that you have garnered for yourself, and how inspiring you are for everyone who follows you. Thank you so much for taking time off your very busy schedule and sitting down with me for this conversation.
Thank you, Kaustubh. I'm also very much honored to be part of your I would say, like a very good initiative by you by organizing this show, the One Take Show. I regularly follow your updates as well, like the way you are helping our legal fraternity. It's truly commendable, and definitely, and like it's a achievement for me to be a part of this show. Thank you very much for calling me here.
Thank you so much, sir. It's truly an honor for me. And I think before we get into the real gist of the conversation, I think there's nothing about this conversation that people would want to miss out on. That's one thing for sure. लेकिन बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें होती हैं about your own personal life, the choices that you've made in the past. For example, आपका experience law school में, law school के initial stages का experience या उसके बाद का experience, or the decision to perhaps get into research or academia, और जो एकदम initial decisions थे सर आपके, उन सब के बारे में थोड़ा I think is a storyline that every law student should at least know about, because something that we all can learn from. तो कुछ उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बता दीजिए सर.
Basically, it happens that like those who are preparing for CLAT, तो उनका ये बन जाता है कि that CLAT is the ultimate milestone, that once it is achieved, all is done, like that. So I also started my preparation after 12th standard, that I want to get enrolled with some good NLU, and most the preference which was top of my list, whether I should and whether I would got a good rank or bad rank, my preference was like I want to go to NLU Jodhpur. So since my family was in Jodhpur at that time, my father was deputed there. So I had this like very much feeling that I should go to NLU Jodhpur to be closer to my family. So I started the preparation. The preparation went well, and ultimately I got selected in the first list. So this is the problem with the most of the people. They think that they have cleared CLAT, they know everything. Like the way they enter the college, वो लगता है ना जैसे उससे पहले एक स्टूडेंट ऑफ द ईयर मूवी आई थी, तो उस तरह आप घुस रहे हो कॉलेज में. You don't know there are 4 batches on top of you, like you are and on the lowest pedestal of hierarchy. But this is just the starting of the journey. Like CLAT is a different thing, and then NLU, the pressure that you encounter, the regular assessments, and the kind of crowd, your batchmates, your seniors. Then you come to know about the this importance of the hard work, patience, regular hard work. Like for CLAT, you are doing like for 6 7 months, 1 year, but you have to develop. If you want to strive into the NLU, if you want to live like a good decent life in the NLU, you need to work regularly. That's the only thing. Pressure will be there every day. Pressure will be there. There will be some kind of co-curricular activities also going on. Academics is also there, and if you want to pursue some hobbies, then you need to like be very disciplined, very dedicated towards your goal. And there's already a lot of competition when you are going into the NLU. You are mingling among the top of the cream from all over the country, so you need to be very much focused towards your goal. So यार ये धीरे धीरे ये चीज पता लगती है, तो इस like when the first day I went to the college, like it was a bit shocking for me, like seeing people from different backgrounds, and like they were so fluent with the English, they were so clear about their ideas that we want to do this. And on the very first day, they were like some people saying big names like in the law sector, like firms वगैरह, Cam, Sam, Luthra, and Luthra. So I was like from a middle class family, totally unaware of these things and what these things stand for. They were saying that by our aim is to secure a PPO. Some were saying that we need to get some job at day zero, day one, day two. Totally going above my mind. No, I can't establish any correlation with those things. So it was very like shocking for me. I like started to think that whether I made a right choice or not, whether I'm at the right place or not. So it was like a very difficult moment, difficult 1 month for me. मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ कि जो इनिशियल डेज थे, मतलब बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ हो सकता है कि आपको प्रॉब्लम्स एनकाउंटर होगी, बट यू नीड टू स्टैंड स्टिल, you need to wait, you need to just need to wait, to stay there, try to understand the system, the way things are going on. और विद टाइम होता ही है कि आपके सीनियर्स भी आपके रेस्क्यू के लिए आते हैं. दे आर नॉट सम बैड पीपल, दे आर अल्टीमेटली गुड पीपल. इनिशियल डेज में होता है जस्ट अबाउट सम फॉर्मल इनफॉर्मल इंट्रोडक्शन वगैरह. आफ्टर दैट दे आर ऑलवेज एट योर रेस्क्यू, चाहे आप कॉलेज में हैं चाहे कॉलेज के बाहर है. तो एल्यूमनाई जो हमारा होता है, अल्टीमेटली इट इज अ सपोर्ट सिस्टम फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस, whether we want to go into the corporate field or we want to go into the competition field. Alumni is always there. Once a senior is always a senior. That's the thing I follow. So I always have this respect towards my senior, and definitely juniors are also equally important basically. So love towards my juniors. So these two, I would say these are two pillars on which you uh, develop your whole building, your seniors and juniors. So they are also very important part of life. So होता है एनएलयू में जाओगे तो बहुत सारी नई चीजें होती है that was not in your atmosphere before going into the NLUs. So my advice is just to stay calm, stay composed, at least for 1 month, and try to understand the things as they are wrapping out. तो थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, बट विद टाइम मैंने भी अकोमोडेट किया उस चीज़ को, एडजस्ट किया उस चेंज के साथ. एंड अल्टीमेटली अब जब इतना कुछ हो गया है वगैरह, तो आई स्टिल रिकॉल दैट डे कि यार मेरे को लग रहा था मैं एनएलयू में क्यों आ गया, तो गलत जगह. तो नाउ आई जस्ट कि अच्छा लगता है कि दैट आई स्टेड देयर, कि मैंने वो इनिशियल डेज का वो जो प्रेशर था वो सब वो थोड़ा सहा, और उसके बाद आज जो सारी इतना सब कुछ है, सब कुछ अच्छा है, वो इसी वजह से हुआ कि आई स्टेड देयर. सारी चीज़ें समझी, और विद टाइम मैंने अपने बैचमेट्स वगैरह को देख के अपने आप की एक पर्सनैलिटी डेवलप होती है. आप एक अपना पूरा रूटीन बनाते हैं कि आई नीड टू वर्क लाइक दिस इन दिस वे. Obviously you are going to a good pace. It will take time to get adjusted, but once you are adjusted, then definitely there is a lot of scope for you.
Right, absolutely. And right after college, I think one thing very interesting about you is that, as you pointed out, a lot of law students choose to either go into the corporate world or they decide to go for litigation. थोड़ा सा एक preset mindset हो जाता है. Especially, I think top tier law schools का तो there is an image that is created that if you get into a top tier law school, आपको तो PPO लेना ही लेना है or something of that sort. But you decided to go and get into research. You cleared UGC NET. I think before we even talk about judiciary, which in itself is such a huge, humongous achievement, getting into UGC net itself is a very important achievement for anyone who's trying to get into research. There are a lot of people who want to get into academia and specifically want to target UGC net. So थोड़ा सा उसके बारे में, what was your experience with UGC net and your experience with that researcher wala phase, and do you have any advice for people who are perhaps following that footpath of yours?
So what is happening these days? If we see the history of NLUs, so NLUs were made to impart the best quality law education. They were never meant to be a place to be a hub of corporate sector. Although they were made to cater to the needs of the upcoming corporate litigation sector, but it was never the aim of the founding fathers of NLU to deviate this whole crowd toward the corporate law firms. So, but with time, this thing came. It was so glorified in all the NLUs that कि यार कि तुम्हारी corporate job नहीं लगी तो कुछ नहीं होगा. And those who get PPOs day one, day two, they are just like legends of the college. There is a legend list, तो उसमें आ जाते हैं. So इस वजह से क्या होता है कि शुरुआत से there is a रिजिड माइंडसेट डेवलप हो जाता है जो इनिशियल जो स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं उनके में कि this is the only field that we need to target. So they accordingly mold their internships according to that, like scoring in tier 2 firms, tier 1 firms, and with time just trying their hard to get some callback so that they can get either a PPO or day 2, day 0, day 1, day 2 job. So ultimately it is like जो environment create हो गया उससे ये होता है कि basically people don't focus on the other areas, like there are equally efficient areas and equally respectable and very good areas having ample amount of scope, like research हो गया. Then there is a competitive field में भी आपका judiciary हो गया, you have PSU through CLAT PG, and then there is a totally academia field कि जिसके लिए आपको first you need to do LLM, and then once you got enrolled into LLM with some college, then you can give NET, UGC NET. So UGC now NTA conducts the NET, National Testing Agency. So NET is basically for getting the designation of assistant professor, and if there is a certain percentage beyond which you are designated an assistant professor, and there is a certain above percentage, if you clear that, you are awarded with junior research fellowship. So if someone wants to do deep research वगैरह, so government gives them like a stipend type thing of 25-30,000 per month to continue with their research work for 3 years. So I immediately after my graduation, I started with LLM also. Initially, it was like a backup option for me. To be very honest, I started it as a backup option to secure my career because I was preparing for the judiciary, and judiciary is ultimately a competitive exam, government exam, and results are not in your hands. You can only do hard work day and night, but ultimately you need to secure yourself. So I started with the LLM, and meanwhile this thing RJS wala pre-mains and interview was done till November 2019, and UGC night was scheduled for November, last week of November. So I was done with RGS mains in September. So I have this done in DGS pre, DGS mains. So after DGS mains were done in October mid, so I have this 1 month gap. So I already studied for CLAT PG. So there was already a base for me. There is no relation between CLAT PG and judiciary, but there is clearly a relation between CLAT PG and UGC NET. CLAT PG, you can say that it is a chota bhai and NET is bada bhai. So there's a lot of course in NET, and you need to do some deep study as well. So ultimately a base was there, so I need to build upon that base. And since I got enrolled in LLM as well, and सबसे main बात ये होती है, मैं सबको ही कहता हूँ कि there is a certain concept called rhythm. If you are in rhythm of giving exams, even though some exam is coming, it has different course, different preparation strategy. If you require a different mindset, even though if you are in rhythm, you can very well attempt the exam. There is no problem in attempting the exam. So I was free with DJs after October mid, and there was like a month and a half left with me. So started with the NET preparation and ultimately cleared it as well. So this thing with regard to doing NET came into my mind because I was doing in LLM just as a backup option. But with time, I realized that once I'm already in the LLM, why don't I start to think something beyond LLM? So if you do UGC NET, you are eligible to be appointed as assistant professor in any law college. If you want to teach, if you want to take teaching as your career, then you need to do these things. and once you have done UGC NET as well, the further options opens up, like you can do PhD further from any good college. So ultimately, that decision I made just to secure myself ultimately turned out to be very good decisions. पहले मैंने LLM चालू किया, then I did UGC NET, and meanwhile since the results were on hold due to COVID वगैरह, so during this period from December to May June 2020, I focused on writing blogs as well as papers. So I was like very much involved in those things during this COVID period lockdown. So I effectively utilized this whole lockdown period just to increase my academic credentials. So it all started because I opted for LLM, then did UGC NET, and further then doing publications. So it's benefited me a lot. Then because when I applied for this. PhD doctoral candidate in NLU Jodhpur. Once again into my parent college, NLU Jodhpur. So obviously they see your past academic record from where you did your UG, then your PG, and what was your NET score. And further, the most important thing is that what is your academic publication, vagara. So it benefited me a lot. Ultimately, like I will also have a option that I can go into the academic field. If I am good in teaching, I can go into that field. So the main thing I want to convey is that there are a lot of options in the law. Corporate is not the only option. You have many options in competitive field, and कुछ field ऐसे है कि there is not much competition. You can easily clear if you are little bit focused, little bit if you are having little bit of knowledge, you are little bit focused, and you are making right choices at the right point of time. The thing is that people doesn't choose right options at right point of time. That's the main issue. There's already a lot of options in this world. You need to exercise your discretion, and that too at the right time.
Right, perfect. You need to exercise your discretion, and that too at the right time and at the right moment. How well is that put? I am just trying to assimilate that in and try to comprehend that how exemplary that is for anyone to actually try and understand that it is at your discretion to make a choice, because I myself am a penultimate year law student, and one of those many concerns that we have at this stage in our lives is obviously to try and make a choice between whether we want a PPO at this stage, we want a job security, or do we want to explore other things. But obviously, as you say, a very thought out process can actually help us be secure also, and perhaps can also help us get our wildest dreams come true, which you did for yourself, and the kind of conversation which now gets really intense. This conversation is now going to become about judiciary, because that is something that I think everyone who follows you has already congratulated you. I think I will be talking about a very wonderful project that you're coming up with, that you've just informed me before we started actually recording this episode. But before we come to that, I think it is important that we talk about your experience with judiciary. I will be talking to you about something that is a little off the book, not just the preparation strategies, as in why did you choose judiciary, all those stigmas that are attached with this profession, the respect that is attached with this profession, and everything also. But first of all, why did you decide to get into judiciary?
So, right, I still recall the incident in my college, like second or third day was there. So there was a ma'am who was asking every student that why did you came to NLU. So a lot of people, I said that they started to take fancy names. We want to go to this firm, that firm. Then there were some people who told that Allen Overy, HSF. So that was completely above my mind. So there were some people who said that we want to do social service. So ma'am said that, yeah, you came to do a professional course and it's like spending a lot of money. Still, you want to do social service. So they said that like we want to become a judge. We want to be part of judiciary. So I, like, before going into the NLUs, I was not aware about the procedure how the judges gets appointed. We know that they are honorable Supreme Court and High Court judges, and there is a advocate quota, vagara. So there is a thing in the society that they, like, most of the people who are ignorant themselves, ignorant and have half knowledge about the things, they said that only the good advocates reach up to the High Court or Supreme Court. So there was no mention that how the judges in the lower judiciary get selected. So I started to talk with my senior that like what is the procedure for the judiciary exam, वगैरह. So they said that it is quite immature at this stage. Just focus on your regular coursework. These are the same laws which are going to come into the judiciary, but with a little bit of differences. But more or less, substantially the course will be the same. Focus on your semester exams, वगैरह. Do read good books regularly, bear and make notes. So, meanwhile, I was heavily involved with the sports and fitness. So, this judiciary thing came in my mind, and then I forget it also. So, I was totally diverted. I would not say diverted. I was totally engaged in sports and fitness and doing my regular academic things. And meanwhile, I got focused toward PSU job because I saw some of my seniors getting placed in PSU with good salaries and that who having good flexible working hours, so that they can have their other activities as well, fitness, sports, वगैरह, other recreational activities as well. So more of concerned about those things. So I like basically I did my internships also in that way, like not very tasking वगैरह की with local lawyers, just to say that I did internships. So I was like I was the most less hardworking when it comes to securing and working at the internships. So I was like, I will enjoy my holidays. I will practice my badminton. I want to grow my skills in the badminton so that when I come back in the next semester, I will beat that guy. I will beat that guy. There was always a rivalry between me and RML guy. RML guys continue like for the 3 years. So there was Akshay Seth, who was my senior. Then
Yes.
parallel to me was Ketan. So
Mhm.
Ketan was the unbeatable guy in the law circuit. But I am happy that I like there was you were the final match between both of us in the Jodhpur. So that went for 3 sets. So that was my achievement. That ultimately I made him lose at least a set. So these were the kind of achievements I was targeting. But as soon as the 50th started, I changed the track my little bit. Although I was doing these activities, but I started with the preparation thing also. I started first with the CLAT PG, but just before the ending of 9 sem, I saw the RGS notification coming out. Good number of seats were also there, and there was initial tendency in my heart as well कि judiciary निकालना है. I want to be a judge because हमारे कॉलेज में बहुत बार होता है सेमिनार्स वगैरह, गेस्ट लेक्चर्स वगैरह, एंड द काइंड ऑफ ऑरा एंड द कैरिस्मेटिक पर्सनालिटी दैट जजेस हैव. तो वो देख के लगता ही है कि वाई नॉट वी बिकम जजेस, कि हम भी उस जगह तक पहुंचना चाहते हैं. वी ऑल्सो वांट टू बी पार्ट ऑफ जस्टिस डिलीवरी मैकेनिज्म. और कॉर्पोरेट वाले फील्ड पे तो कभी नजर थी नहीं. तो अल्टीमेटली दो ही ऑप्शन थे, आइदर टू गो फॉर जुडिशरी और टू पीएसयू. फिर मैंने कहा पीएस कि आपने फिर जब आप एनएलयू से 5 साल लॉ कर लिया है, तो देन फिर लगता है कि यार वी शुड गो टू ए फील्ड वेयर एक्चुअली वी कैन implement those laws, actually we can work upon these laws. कि खुद तो कुछ एक पर्सनल ग्रोथ तो है एटलीस्ट आपकी इस फील्ड में, बिकॉज गोइंग इनटू द पीएसयू आई थिंक दैट देयर इज नॉट मच ग्रोथ इन टर्म्स ऑफ योर लाइक personal growth in terms of law sector. Ultimately, you are getting a good amount. You are working for the PSU as well, but on a personal level, I will feel very demotivated. तो मेरा ये था कि आई वांट टू गो लाइक एटलीस्ट मैंने 4-5 years गुड 4-5 years लगाए हैं. सो आई वांट टू कैरी ऑन दिस फील्ड एंड देन स्टार्टेड माय प्रिपरेशन around October 2018. And then pre Rajasthan pre happened on 31st March 2019. Then mains and then interview.
Right, perfect. I think I very quickly will move on to this one. What was the preparation strategy? Because if I don't ask this question, half of my friends will literally beat me up. This is not, it's safe for me to not ask you this question. So, what was your strategies? What were your go-to tips and tricks for judiciary preparation?
So I always try to be very simple, not to make things complex. Like there is a tendency among people to collect a lot of material. कि यार Instagram पे there is a group like we should join a Telegram पे, Instagram पे, WhatsApp वगैरह पे. तो पहली strategy तो ये थी कि to remove myself from every social media. वैसे basically I was on Facebook only at that time. I never installed Instagram. I never installed WhatsApp. So purposefully, I was having a phone that supported only emails, वगैरह, emails and calls. Text messages was the usual mode of communication with me. That was a like contract में होता ना usual mode आपका post वगैरह से, then there is instantaneous communication through telephone वगैरह. तो usual mode जो मेरा communication के था, तो वो था either through text message or if somebody is close to me, then I will call that person. सो व्हाट्सएप वगैरह कभी था ही नहीं, फ़ोन बेकार सा था। तो ऑलरेडी मेरे को लगता है कि एक दिन में मैंने 2 घंटे तो सेव कर ही लिए औरों के मुकाबले ज़्यादा, कि सो वो जो मैं एक्चुअली पढ़ाई पे डिवोट कर सकता हूँ। दूसरा कि ऑलवेज बी सिंपल, डोंट ट्राई टू मेक थिंग्स कॉम्प्लेक्स, कि सारी जगह से मटेरियल इकट्ठा कर लिया, जो भी दिख रहा है भाई ये भी अच्छा है, ये भी अच्छा है, 2 लोग बोल देंगे यार ये पढ़, ये भी बहुत अच्छा है। तो वैसा नहीं है, यू नीड टू कलेक्ट ओनली द क्वालिटी मटेरियल, क्वांटिटी नहीं बढ़ानी है आपको, है ना, वरना वो मटेरियल कभी खत्म ही नहीं होगा, इतनी सारी लॉज होती है तो कभी खत्म ही नहीं होगी। तीसरा हो गया कि द बेसिक स्ट्रेटेजी टू स्टार्ट विथ, कि आपको बेयरक्स से पढ़ना चालू करना है। फर्स्ट रीड बेयरक्स, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द थीम, नेचर ऑफ द एक्ट, कितने सेक्शंस वगैरह है, देन ट्राई टू रिटेन दैम। बेयरक्स से पढ़ के वी कैन नॉट हैव सफिशिएंट अंडरस्टैंडिंग, बिकॉज किस वर्ड का क्या मीनिंग होगा, व्हाट इज द केस लॉ ऑन दैट पॉइंट, वो नहीं आता। देन वी नीड टू सप्लीमेंट इट विद द कमेंट्रीज। तो कमेंट्रीज जो हमें एनालियूज में प्रेस्क्राइब होती है, स्टूडेंट एडिशन बेसिकली हर एक सब्जेक्ट की, तो वही हमें परचेज करनी है, स्पेशली मेजर सब्जेक्ट की जो जुडिशरी के कोर होते हैं, जैसे सीआरपीसी, सीपीसी, आईपीसी, एविडेंस। इस पे तो आपकी तो एक बहुत ही अच्छी स्ट्रॉन्ग ग्रिप होनी चाहिए, बिकॉज irrespective of state you target, whichever state judiciary you target, ये 4 subjects तो common रहेंगे throughout, और they will constitute the major portions everywhere. So depending upon the judiciary you are targeting, state you are targeting, so once you are done with the major subjects, इनके अलावा भी 2-3 है, जैसे contract हो गया, family laws वगैरह हो गया, तो once you are done with the major subject, you can direct your preparation towards the minor and the local laws that are coming in the state specific. तो हमेशा टारगेट ये होना चाहिए, मेजर सब्जेक्ट्स आप बहुत अच्छे से, मतलब जो मैं वर्ड बोल रहा हूँ बहुत अच्छे से, तो एटलीस्ट इट टेक्स अराउंड 6 months to 1 year, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द पर्सनस इंटेलेक्ट, उसका प्रीवियस हिस्ट्री क्या है, कैलिबर कितना है, कितने नंबर ऑफ आवर्स डिवोट कर रहा है, हाउ डेडिकेटेड द पर्सन इज। सो मैं ये कहूँगा कि प्रैक्टिकल रियलिस्टिक टाइमिंग है, जिसमें आपको लॉस समझ में आएगी, एंड यू विल ट्राई टू सेट अप द इंटरलिंकेज बिटवीन डिफरेंट लॉज, और नॉट ओनली द इंटरप्रिटेशन थिंग, केस लॉस थिंग, आप रिटेन भी कर पा रहे हैं उसको। 100% रिटेंशन किसी के साथ भी नहीं होता, एटलीस्ट 60-70% आप रिटेंशन पे जा पा रहे हैं, तो then you move towards the minor and local laws depending upon the judiciary you are targeting. तो ये स्ट्रेटेजी थी, और मेरे पास तो सिर्फ since I was in 5th year of my UG, तो RGS is the only judiciary which allows you to give exam in the running, otherwise every judiciary asks you to get the final mark sheet or enrollment with the bar, तो वो क्राइटेरिया होता है। तो देयर वाज ओनली वन एग्जाम फॉर मी, सो आई वाज टोटली डेडिकेटेड टुवर्ड्स दिस आरजीएस। देन वंस आरजीएस वाज डन on the same pattern, but little bit of deep study, because BGS is more of analytical. They already provide you bayrex in the means, and their pre is also application based. जैसे हमारे एनालिसिस में क्वेश्चन बनते हैं जो अपने एंटम्स वगैरह में, मिडसम्स वगैरह में, तो वो कभी भी डायरेक्टली नहीं पूछते कोई भी चीज़, दे गिव यू फैक्चुअल सिचुएशन वगैरह, रियलिस्टिक सिचुएशन वगैरह, वेयर यू नीड टू अप्लाई द लॉज। आपको लॉ अप्लाई करनी पड़ेगी, आपको उसका इंटरप्रिटेशन बताना है, देन देयर सम केस लॉ सपोर्टिंग योर रीजनिंग, आपको वो बताना है। तो इस तरह से होता है। तो until unless you have read the substance from the good commentaries, आप DGS का पेपर सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते। तो मेरी शुरुआत से ही वो आदत थी, तो वो मेरे को वहाँ पे भी फायदा दी टू सिक्योर ए गुड रैंक। तो प्रिपरेशन ऐसी करनी है आपको हमेशा से कि वो प्री की भी आपके साथ में हो रही है, मेंस की हो रही है। कई लोगों का होता है कि प्री लिखने तक हम प्री की स्पेसिफिक तरीके से करेंगे, हम वही चीज़ें पढ़ेंगे जो वन वर्ड है या वन लाइनर्स वगैरह है। मेन सब्सटेंस है वो हम मेंस का जब हमारा प्री क्लियर हो जाएगा, जब पढ़ने लगेंगे, तो आप ये देखिए ना, इफ यू आर स्टडिंग इन सच ए वे दैट यू आर कवरिंग द प्री एज वेल एज मेंस, सो once your pre is done, generally there is 3-4 months gap between pre and mains. In state judiciary, Delhi gives only like 2 weeks 3 weeks gap, तो आपके पास वो एडिशनल टाइम हो जाएगा टू अगेन रिवाइज द कॉन्सेप्ट। और अगर आप ऐसे वो न्यू कमर है जो प्री से मेंस पे शिफ्ट हो रहा है, तो आपके पास तो 3-4 महीने हुए हैं, तो ऑलरेडी यू आर लूजिंग द एज। तो मेरा इसी तरह से बेयरक्स पढ़ी, कमेंट्रीज पढ़ी, तो आप जब ये चीज़ें पढ़ रहे हो तो यू आर कवरिंग द ऑब्जेक्टिव पार्ट एज वेल, यू आर कवरिंग द सब्जेक्टिव पार्ट एज वेल, तो आपका प्री भी अच्छा होगा, देन यू आर बाउंड टू सक्सीड इन मेंस एज वेल। तो स्ट्रेटेजी आपको हमेशा एक बिल्कुल एक फुल स्ट्रेटेजी बनानी है, ना कि आइसोलेशन में। वी सॉ इन लॉ समवेयर की डेट कि आपको फैक्ट्स कभी आइसोलेशन भी नहीं देखने, यू हैव टू सी द होल चेन ऑफ फैक्ट्स। तो वही होता है आपको जब आप तैयारी कर रहे हैं, तो एक वो बहुत ही कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव आपकी बननी चाहिए, ना कि आप उसको टुकड़ों बांट के कि ये प्री के हिसाब से। फॉर प्री यू कैन डू सम स्पेसिफिक थिंग दैट सॉल्विंग मल्टीपल MCQs, लाइक थाउजेंड्स एंड थाउजेंड्स ऑफ MCQs। और मेंस के टाइम आप ये कर सकते हैं कि आप प्रीवियस ईयर के पेपर्स लेके यू आर सॉल्विंग द सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस। कुछ कोचिंग से आपने टेस्ट सीरीज लगा ली, देन यू आर राइटिंग आंसर्स की आपकी आंसर राइटिंग अच्छी हो जाए। अदरवाइज मोर और लेस चीज़ें वो सेम ही चलती है। और मेंस के टाइम आपको सेलेक्टिवली एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं कुछ पोर्शंस को दैट यू थिंक दैट कुछ पोर्शंस ऐसे होते हैं कि जिस पे अपन को खुद को ही पढ़ते पढ़ते लग जाता है कि इस पे एक सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस नहीं बन सकता, क्योंकि बहुत ही छोटा सा टॉपिक है, 2 नंबर का भी नहीं बन पाएगा। तो यू कैन सेलेक्टिवली एलिमिनेट एंड यू कैन फोकस मोर ऑन द इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक्स जिस पे काफी सारा मटेरियल है।
Right, right, makes sense. I think this is perhaps the most comprehensive and the most applicable form of an input that I've ever received. I've had a conversation about judiciary preparation in the past, and of course, there were very valuable advices, undoubtedly. But from someone who has done it very recently, from someone who has done it with the current pattern of the papers, who's understanding how we can add in today's time, like for example, your example that you stated in the very beginning, that there is an information overload. There are so many groups, there are so many websites who provide you with so much information that you can literally find yourself in the middle of a sea of information with nothing but so much information that you can't really grasp all of it. But I think this is the kind of information that is going to help a lot of law students. I know a lot of my friends who are preparing for judiciary who would really benefit from this one, and I'm really grateful that you could share this. Now I'm going to ask you a question which I think is a little off topic here, but I think is at the core of the issue, the conversation that we are having. You've mentioned it while talking about your preparation as well, and while talking about your college life as well, that you were very comprehensively involved in sports. You were very comprehensively involved in your fitness, has been your determining factor. What my question to you here is that when you are, for example, tackling your law school, or you're going through a preparation for a competitive examination, may it be judiciary, may it be CLAD, may it be UPSC or whatever, how much of a role or how important of a role does your physical fitness or your sports give? Because there's one preconceived notion that these are just distractions, these are only supposed to keep you off studies. How big of a role do you think this play, and how much should we pay attention to this?
For me, for like from my childhood, they are an integral part of me. I would say that they are part of me because right from the beginning of my childhood, I am following this routine very seriously, like playing sports, doing fitness, and then going to the school and like securing average grades. I would not say like very good grades, securing average grades. So my parents were also happy that the child is doing all round thing, so they wanted to make a all rounder, and I think that they have done a very good job, and by allowing me to explore the different fields of life, because I was never like restricted towards a single field. They said that कि बेटा कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है, 70-75% भी आ जाएंगे, कोई बात नहीं, तू खेल रहा है, you are growing into that field, you are representing district, you are representing state, and that's a good thing. कि तो इनिशियली से वो था, तो विद टाइम आपकी बॉडी भी अडेप्ट करती है उस शेड्यूल को, सो यू डोंट फील कि हेक्टिक किसी सेशन के बाद में कि इतना टायर्ड हो गए कि आप एक्टिविटीज कंटिन्यू कर पा रहे। तो इनिशियल डेज में होता था कि मैं आके बिल्कुल एकदम शाम का सेशन हुआ स्पोर्ट्स का सो जाता था, पर विद टाइम उससे ही मेरी एफिशिएंसी बनने लगी कि एक टाइम ऐसा आ गया कि इफ आई डोंट प्ले स्पोर्ट्स, इफ आई डोंट डू माय फिटनेस, देन आई फील लेथार्जिक। इफ आई प्ले स्पोर्ट्स और डू फिटनेस, आई फील सो एनर्जेटिक कि आप मेरे को 2 बजे तक भी आप आई एम वेकिंग अप टिल 2 एंड देन अगेन वेकिंग अप इन द मॉर्निंग एट 6 और 7। तो मेरी जो राइट की हमेशा होती है, इट्स मैक्सिमम 5 आवर्स ऑफ स्लीप। दिन में मेरे को नींद लेना पसंद है 1-1.5 घंटे का, बट मैक्सिमम 5 आवर्स ऑफ स्लीप, और बिल्कुल वो पूरा मेरा जो एक हेक्टिक शेड्यूल है स्पोर्ट्स फिटनेस पढ़ाई वाला, तो वो हमेशा से। एंड ड्यूरिंग कॉलेज टाइम एज वेल आई ट्राई टू कंटिन्यू विद अटमोस्ट सिंसियरिटी। सो डायरेक्टली कभी आप कोई नक्सस इनके बीच में और आपकी सक्सेस जो आप एकेडमिक्स में ला रहे हैं इस्टेब्लिश नहीं कर सकते, बट इनडायरेक्टली यू कैन से दैट if you are healthy, if you are well-being, your mental, if you are physically healthy, I would say that it impacts upon your mental health as well. आप डिस्ट्रक्शन से बच रहे हैं, you know, you are part of law school as well, you know how many restrictions are there in terms of like doing drugs, doing alcohol, doing parties, social media है। तो once you have done sports rigorously, sports मेरे हिसाब से मेरे को लगता नहीं किसी में इतनी एनर्जी बचती है कि वो ऐसे फालतू के कामों में इन्वॉल्व हो पाए। I think these work is done by those people only who are doesn't have like who are doing nothing after academics. So और sports खेलते हो तो obviously your body gives a signal that we need to eat right, we need to sleep at a proper time, we need to follow good things. So आपकी बॉडी में भी आप एक जंक और या फिर जो कचरा चीज़ है वो नहीं डालना चाहोगे if you are doing regularly fitness and regularly into the sports। तो वो चीज़ होती है कि उससे एक आपका ओवरऑल रूटीन बनता है, एंड मेनली आपका जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट होता है, डेवलप्स योर विल पावर। Willpower is the main thing. If you want to clear a competitive exam, it ultimately comes to your willpower, your patience, your mental setup. जैसे क्रिकेट में if I'm batting in a pressure situation, I need to like if we are chasing a good total and I'm in the pressure situation, and if I win the game for the team and और अगर जीत नहीं भी पाया, if I was able to uh, take my team to द टोटल एज फार एज पॉसिबल, उसके पास तक भी ले जा पाया, तो देन वो प्रेशर सिचुएशन में आप डील करते हो, तो इट अल्टीमेटली आप दूसरे फील्ड में भी वो आपकी स्ट्रेटेजी आपकी लगती है। ऐसा नहीं कि माइंड वो आपके स्पोर्ट्स में ही लगाएगा, आपको वहाँ भी यू कैन इक्वली फाइट विद द प्रेशर। क्योंकि जब आप एग्जाम लिखने जाते हो प्री और मेंस, देयर आर आई हैव सीन मैनी स्टूडेंट्स की बिल्कुल ब्रेक डाउन हो जाते हैं। दे वर वेरी गुड इनटू देयर प्रिपरेशंस, बहुत ही अच्छी उनकी नॉलेज थी लॉ की, बट अल्टीमेटली फेटफुल डे पे वो अपना 100% नहीं दे पाए, क्योंकि कईयों की आदत होती है प्रेशर में बह जाने की। तो स्पोर्ट्स से आपको एक बहुत अच्छी चीज़ मिलती है, आपकी एक विल पावर बनती है। विल पावर इसलिए जरूरी है कि यू नीड टू डिवोट सफिशिएंट नंबर ऑफ आवर्स एवरी डे टू स्टडी, की 8 to 10 आवर्स, क्योंकि कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में आप इतना तो दोगे ही। और दूसरी चीज़ होती है वो भी कंसिस्टेंटली के साथ दिन देनी है, देर इज़ नो गैप। तो वो सबसे ज़्यादा जरूरी है। आप पता लगा कि यू आर सो मोटिवेटेड इन द इनिशियल डेज कि आप 8 से 10 घंटे रेगुलरली पढ़ रहे थे, देन यू स्टॉप कि हाँ कि नहीं ठीक है। वो कंसिस्टेंसी भी आपके स्पोर्ट्स से डेवलप होती है, योर विल पावर, योर कंसिस्टेंसी। आप हेल्दी हो, यू फील कॉन्फिडेंट। कॉन्फिडेंस एक अलग चीज़ है कि आप कॉन्फिडेंट हो तो आप एग्जाम निकाल लोगे। आप ऑलरेडी अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट चल रहे हो, कितनी भी लॉ लेके चल जाओ दिमाग में, एग्जाम क्लियर नहीं होगा। तो अल्टीमेटली एक ओवरऑल एक जो करेक्टर आपका बनता है वो स्पोर्ट्स के थ्रू ही बन सकता है। आप खाली एकेडमिक्स में रहोगे, यू कैन नॉट मेक ए ओवरऑल पर्सनैलिटी और ओवरऑल करेक्टर। तो वो बहुत जरूरी है। मेरे को हमेशा से उसकी एक आई नो द वैल्यू ऑफ दोज थिंग्स, तो मैंने हमेशा से वो कंटिन्यू करी इवन इन माई प्रिपरेशन डेज। और मैं सोशल मीडिया से तो हमेशा डिटैच था ही, सो आई वॉज हैविंग दिस अपर हैंड ऑफ 1 to 2 hours कंपेयर टू अदर पीपल। कोई अगर प्रिपरेशन भी करता है तो मेरे हिसाब से वो अपना मोबाइल खोल के देखते ही हैं और 1 से 2 घंटे बिगड़ ही जाते हैं उसमें। सो मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा से क्लियर था कि आई नीड टू मेंटेन माई रूटीन इन सच ए वे दैट एटलीस्ट आई गेट ए बफर जोन ऑफ 1 to 2 hours सो दैट आई कैन प्ले माई स्पोर्ट, बैडमिंटन, या फिर मैं अपनी फिटनेस कर लूँ। और वो उस टाइम भी कंटिन्यू थी। तो इससे एक चीज़ मेरे को पता चल गई कि irrespective of the pressure situation, कितना भी pressure है, irrespective of the paucity of time, if I am able to continue my schedule, I am very much happy at the end. मेरे लिए सबसे बड़ी हैप्पीनेस है कि आई एम एबल टू फॉलो माई रेगुलर शेड्यूल। वो मेरे लिए सबसे बड़ी अचीवमेंट है, एंड आई थिंक दैट आई गेव माई बेस्ट वाइल प्रिपरेशन एज वेल, कि मैं उसको कंटिन्यू कर पाया। और इसी वजह से अगर मेरे को एक अचीवमेंट्स आए तो इसी वजह से आए क्योंकि आई वॉज फॉलोइंग द सेम शेड्यूल। तो मेरे को कुछ अटपटा सा लगा ही नहीं। लोग फ्रस्ट्रेट अपनी जर्नी में इसलिए हो जाते हैं बिकॉज दे ट्राई टू डू समथिंग विच दे हैव नेवर डन बिफोर। कि बहुत ही एक बहुत आइसोलेशन से रूटीन बन जाता है, सारी चीजें अपनी बंद कर देंगे। तो एटलीस्ट मैं सबको कहता हूँ कि एटलीस्ट रिज्यूम दोज एक्टिविटीज विच गिव्स यू हैप्पीनेस, as long as they are not destructive for you, not damaging for your body. If you do like if you love playing guitar, if you love playing cricket, football, badminton, you love doing gyms, weights वगैरह, आपको गाना गाना पसंद है, get some time like 1 hour 2 hour for yourself। आप उसको रोज कीजिए। बहुत बड़ा दिन होता है, 24 hours is like long span of time। आपको 8 से 10 घंटे इजीली मिल जाएंगे। आप मतलब अफेक्टिवली एक शेड्यूल बना पाएं और उससे स्टिक कर पाएं। तो वो सबसे मेन बात वही है।
Fair, fair. I think this is the most constructive advice with respect to how we are supposed to interpret sports and fitness and how important this is. I think one of the most important advices is how it helps us build the willpower and how it helps us stick to the schedule. You draw your happiness from sticking to the schedule. I think one of the most principled understanding of confidence is that you gain more and more confidence by accomplishing more and more tasks, the tasks that you set out to do. And to do the same, I think you need that level of consistency that you talk about. I think with this, I should come to the last set of my questions, one and perhaps the most exciting questions. These are two interlinked questions. I've read your wonderful writings on Quora. I think you really inspire a lot of people on Quora, and something that I would suggest all of my viewers to please do go and check out. I'll put the link in the description. And apart from that, you also mentioned before we started having this conversation recorded that you were coming out with a book, which itself is a pretty amazing accomplishment. I honestly have very little idea because I have not been disclosed with this information yet. But I would love to know what inspired you to write a book, and what went into it. What was this? What is this book about? What is it going to offer us? A little bit about that.
My book is like book's name is Legal Digest on recent legal topics for CLAT PG, NAT and Judiciary. So it is a kind of supplementary reading. Once you have done with the static part, your basic part, then I would suggest you to read this because it revolves around the contemporary topics, that hot topics which are generally asked in the exam. Because अगर हम देखेंगे स्पेशली क्लैट पीजी का पैटर्न जो 2020 से चेंज हो गया है, इट इज़ मोर और लेस रिवॉल्विंग अराउंड द कंटेम्प्रेरी टॉपिक्स. आपको स्टैटिक की तो नॉलेज होनी ही होनी चाहिए, आपको करंट की भी नॉलेज होना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. तो क्लैट का पैटर्न बदल गया है, नेट का क्योंकि आई गेव दीज एग्जाम्स वेरी रिसेंटली, सो आई एम वेरी मच फेमिलियर विद देयर न्यू पैटर्न. तो क्लैट पीजी में तो अगर इफ यू आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ द रिसेंट लीगल टॉपिक्स, यू कैन नॉट even clear, just forget about the good rank, you cannot even clear the exam. Same is with the NET and same with the judiciary. Judiciary के pre में भी आप देखेंगे, you can find like out of 100 questions 10 or 15 or 20 questions were revolving around the recent legal topics that can in the form of legal GK or something related to law, constitution वगैरह. So I prepared this book because there was like when I was preparing this part, so I found that there are not enough material in the market. कि और अगर है भी तो it is so distributed कि आपको इतना टाइम लग जाएगा उसको कंपाइल करते करते ही. So I was compiling this matter in my preparation phase also. कि this thing was always in my mind that I need to, once I clear my once I clear those exams, once I achieve my goals, then my main aim is to help my fraternity in some way as possible. Because in professional field की खासियत ये होती है कि you get the chance to pay back to your people, कि उसी से उस फील्ड की ग्रोथ होती है. सो दिस वाज ऑलवेज इन माय माइंड कि एक्चुअली मैं अपने जो भी मेरे कलीग्स वगैरह है, जो मेरे जूनियर्स है, मैं उनकी किसी भी पॉजिटिव वे में हेल्प कर सकूं, उनका थोड़ा सा जो बर्डन है, एग्जाम का प्रेशर है, वो कम कर सकूं. कि आई सो सिंस आई क्लियर ऑल दीज 3 एग्जाम्स, तो मैंने एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव, यू कैन से दैट इट इज़ लाइक ए कंपाइलेशन ऑफ रिसेंट लीगल टॉपिक्स. उस पर जो केस लॉज है, जो रिसेंट केस लॉज फर्दर, जैसे कुछ भी आप टॉपिक ले लीजिए, लाइक JNK का बाइफिकेशन हो गया, तो आई स्टार्टेड विद लाइक रिसेंट केसेस जो चल रहे हैं, उस पर ओल्ड केसेस क्या आते हैं. फिर आपका आर्टिकल 335A जब ऐड हुआ था तो इट वाज थ्रू प्रेसिडेंशियल ऑर्डर. तो रिसेंटली इसी तरह से पूछा जा रहा है कि वो टॉपिक कोई भी रिसेंट होगा पर वो उसकी या तो पास्ट में चल जाएंगे या प्रेजेंट में आ जाएंगे, तो यू नीड टू बी अवेयर अबाउट एवरीथिंग रिलेटेड टू दैट टॉपिक. तो इसी तरह मैंने उसको बुक को 9-10 सब्जेक्ट्स कवर करते हुए बनाया, जैसे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हो गया, IPC हो, क्रिमिनल लॉ हो गया, आपका एनवायरमेंट लॉ हो गया. उसमें IPR और कंपनी लॉ ऐसे हैं कि जो आपको जनरली किसी बुक में मिलेंगे नहीं प्रिपेयर करते हुए, तो जनरली पीपल गूगल सर्च करके करते हैं. सो आई हैव डेडिकेटेड स्पेशल पोर्शन टुवर्ड्स IPR एंड कंपनी लॉ. आर्बिट्रेशन भी है, देन यू हैव IBC एज वेल. IBC भी क्योंकि पिछली बार क्लैट में क्वेश्चंस थे, तो IBC भी कवर करना जरूरी है. अदरवाइज की ऑल इन ऑल मतलब 3 एग्जाम्स में जो भी LLM के एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स होते हैं, ऑल इन ऑल मतलब बुक आपको एटलीस्ट फॉर दिस सीजन ऑफ एग्जाम्स इट विल बी वेरी हेल्पफुल. और विद टाइम अगर रिवाइज करते रहेंगे तो, और एक इससे ये होता है कि इफ आई एम नॉट एबल टू कवर सम टॉपिक, तो एक गाइड मिल जाती है कि हाउ टू कवर दोज टॉपिक्स, कि आपको अप्रोच किस तरह से करना है. सो यू आर गेटिंग द मटेरियल एज वेल एज यू आर गेटिंग ए गाइड कि हाउ टू अप्रोच द टॉपिक्स फॉर द एग्जाम. तो यही मेरा था कि ये क्योंकि मार्केट में थी नहीं चीज़ें, बहुत टाइम लगता था, एंड देयर वर सो मेनी पीपल कि वो एग्जाम्स में इसलिए रह गए क्योंकि राइट अप्रोच फॉलो नहीं कर रहे थे. तो मेरा यही था कि बहुत ईजिली मैं एक बुक फॉर्म में प्रोवाइड करूँ टू माई फेलो पीपल, जस्ट टू पे बैक वाला जो प्रिंसिपल है उसको अडॉप्ट करते हुए. तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा इंस्पिरेशन थी मेरे में हमेशा से कि एक बार करना है. और सिंस आई एम इन एकेडमिक फील्ड ऑल्सो, तो थोड़ा लगा कि एक थोड़ी एकेडमिक क्रेडेंशियल भी आपकी अच्छी हो जाएगी इफ यू आर कमिंग अप विद अ बुक. तो वो भी एक थोड़ी चीज़ दिमाग में थी.
Fair. I think this is very important because I've also prepared for CLAT, and although this doesn't really match up to the postgraduate CLAT or judiciary examination, but from my own very sweet little naive experience, I think whenever there was a preparation and whenever we started researching for anything, there was always a need for a good compilation of all these recent things. I think the trend that you're talking about is absolutely true. Most of these questions that we today are contemporary in nature, but also so comprehensive with their background, comprehensive with what all information was attached to it. So I think I'm sure this book that you're talking about must have really required a lot of hard work, a lot of cooperation from the people around you, support from the people around you. And I'm really happy that you're coming out with this book. I'm sure this book is going to help, as you say, a lot of the law students who are going to prepare for various examinations, not just LLM, but any other competitive examination that they set for. I think this book is going to help them. Before we wrap this conversation up, I just have to request you, do you have any closing remarks for our viewers who are watching you, who are learning from you?
क्लोजिंग रिमार्क्स ये है कि जो लॉ एज ए प्रोफेशन है, यू कैन लर्न ओनली व्हेन यू आर विलिंग टू लर्न। तो वो वाली बात है कि नेवर कंसीडर योरसेल्फ कि मेरे को सब आ गया, मियरली विनिंग ए मूड कोर्ट कंपटीशन, या जैसे मैं जुडिशरी का एग्जाम क्लियर करके कर दूं कि मेरे को सब आता है। नो, देयर आर पीपल अबाउ यू एज वेल, बहुत साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, बहुत नॉलेज है, तो ऑलवेज बी ओपन टू द लर्निंग। और सबसे जो मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ, ये सीनियर इज ऑलवेज ए सीनियर रेस्पेक्टिव ऑफ द पोजीशन इज ऑक्यूपाइंग। जो आपके प्रोफेशन में सीनियर हो गए, दे आर डी फैक्टो सीनियर थ्रू आउट द लाइफ, तो ऑलवेज गिव देम द respect they deserve, or equally juniors are also equally important in your journey, not throughout your law school journey but after that as well। ये हम जो पूरा हमारा फील्ड इस वजह से बनता है, हमारा जो एक डायस्पोरा है लॉ का पूरा इसलिए बनता है बिकॉज वी ऑल आर यूनाइटेड। तो आपका एक जूनियर्स के प्रति सिंपैथी की, उनके कैरियर में भी आप यू आर हेल्पिंग देम अ लॉट, इफ यू हैव सम अपॉर्चुनिटीज, गुड जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज in your knowledge, then you should convey it to your juniors as well, because your seniors also did it for you। so ये एक रेसिप्रोसिटी वाला है, you are taking from your seniors and giving back to your juniors। तो ये हमेशा ध्यान रखना है प्रिंसिपल इन वट एवर प्रोफेशन यू आर, की आपके सीनियर्स की आपको रेस्पेक्ट करनी ही करनी है, एंड इक्वली जूनियर्स को भी आपको साथ लेके चलना है, एंड बी ओपन टू लर्निंग। और सबसे मेन एडवाइस यही रहती है कि ट्राई टू बिल्ड ए ओवरऑल पर्सनालिटी, उस बुक्स के चार दीवारी में बंद के ना रह जाएं, या फिर बुरी आदतों में कभी भी इंडल्ज ना हो। ऑलवेज ट्राई टू मेंटेन ए ओवरऑल पर्सनालिटी की यू आर डूइंग एकेडमिक्स एज वेल, और उसके साथ कुछ को करिकुलर, इट कैन बी स्पोर्ट्स, इट कैन बी म्यूजिक, इट कैन बी डांस, एनीथिंग यू लाइक, बट एटलीस्ट समथिंग प्रोडक्टिव की जो आपको हेल्प कर सके टू बिल्ड ए बेटर पर्सनालिटी दैट गिव्स यू हैप्पीनेस। एंड अल्टीमेटली कि कोविड के बाद तो मैं कहूँगा समथिंग दैट इंक्रीजेज योर वेलबिंग एंड इम्यूनिटी ऑफ द बॉडी। आपका ऐसा कुछ करते रहे रेगुलरली, बिकॉज लॉन्गिटिविटी इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। मेरे को लगता है लाइफ में अगर अचीवमेंट्स करनी है तो आपको वेलबिंग होना, हेल्दी होना, लॉन्गिटिविटी आना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। तो ट्राई टू मेंटेन ए वेरी होलिस्टिक लाइफ, और बस यही है, रेगुलरली जो भी अच्छा लगता है करिए, बट डिस्ट्रैक्ट मत होइए। बहुत ज़्यादा फैंसी वर्ल्ड हो चुका है, देयर इज लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु पोर्ट्रे समथिंग, उनकी लाइफ में कुछ अलग चल रहा है, एंड दे आर पोर्ट्रेइंग डिफरेंट थिंग्स। तो नेवर बी डिस्ट्रैक्टेड बाय दोज पीपल, बी फोकस टुवर्ड्स योर जर्नी। अगर आपको लगता है कोई चीज़ डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर रही है तो प्रिपरेशन फेज में, तो जस्ट एलिमिनेट दैट थिंग फॉर सम पीरियड टाइम। जैसे मोस्टली लोगों का तो इंस्टाग्राम व्हाट्सएप वगैरह ही होता है, तो 6 महीने, 1 साल, 1.5 साल, 2 साल नहीं करेंगे तो कुछ नहीं हो जाएगा, द वर्ल्ड इज स्टिल देयर। आप कोई आउटडेटेड नहीं कहलाए जाएंगे। मैंने अब जाके आई परचेज ए फोन, स्मार्टफोन जिसे कहते हैं, एंड देन आई इंस्टॉल दिस व्हाट्सएप, इंस्टाग्राम वगैरह। तो ठीक है, दिस इज द, आई थिंक दिस इज द राइट पीरियड फॉर मी टू यूज ऑल दीज एप्स, बिकॉज नाउ आई हैव टाइम टू यूज देम, और उनका प्रॉपर यूज भी है। बट व्हेन आई वाज इन प्रिपरेशन फीस, व्हाट आई need is my books, my notes, barracks, or the time to do my exercises and fitness। social media से मैंने तो आज तक कभी किसी को सुना नहीं कि someone said that they helped me a lot in clearing the exams। तो उससे दूरी बनाए रखें आप थोड़ी, तो वो ज़्यादा अच्छी है, एंड अदरवाइज ऑल एंड ऑल गुड है। और ये भी चीज़ ध्यान रखें कि एंडल्यूज में पहुँच जाने से आपकी कैरियर में कि अचीवमेंट्स होनी है या सक्सेस ही सक्सेस होनी है, इट इज़ नॉट नेसेसरी। people who are just from normal colleges, private colleges, traditional law universities are equally doing good। so what matters that कि जो क्लाइंट यूजी लेवल पे है कि वो ये ना सोचे कि एनएलपी नहीं जा पाए तो कुछ अच्छा नहीं हो लाइफ में, अब क्या होगा। नो नो, इट डजंट हैपन लाइक दैट। ultimately what you do in your 3 year or 5 year code, that matters a lot, the hard work you put in, the number of internships, the kind of internship, quality wise internships, or if you are preparing what at what level you are preparing, how much your basics are cleared वगैरह। that's the most important thing कि आप regular hard work कर रहे हैं, you are dedicated towards your profession, you are passionate towards your goal। that's the most important thing। किसी जगह पे पहुंच जाने से किसी की सक्सेस गारंटी नहीं हो जाती। ठीक है, इनिशियली he will be more happy, the person will be more happy that I got into this which shows that he worked more harder, जो भी हो सकता है कि ultimately he was more resourceful, he worked more harder वगैरह, but doesn't guarantee that he will be equally successful in his professional life as well। what matters is hard work, dedication, passion। so these things are important। तो कभी भी दिल छोटा ना करिए, मेहनत करते रहे।
Fair, fair. I think these are really important words to live by. Anyone who watches this episode would love to live up to these words. And I had such a privilege, such an honor to speak with you, to learn from you, and to be a part of this conversation firsthand. I think this is the kind of conversation which actually represents everything that this podcast stands for. Everyone who really needs any such advice, any such help from seniors like you, that we all desperately need in our lives, especially the ones who are trying to achieve anything in their lives. Learn more about the specific competitions that they want to clear, or perhaps get a lifestyle straight, or sort out the basics of things while living in law school or perhaps outside. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity, sir. And I'm truly grateful. I had a wonderful time. I hope you had a good time too.
Yeah. Thank you, Costo, for inviting me to this session because, till the time I start my training, I can freely do all these things. I can guide my juniors, and that's my main motive as of now. I have cleared the exams I always wanted. Now, what's my aim is to help other people achieve
Hmm.
what they want. So I'm always ready for that. I put a post on LinkedIn as well, just because there are a lot of myths in the market. They need to be cleared in the minds of the people, young people who are easily distorted. Their mindset is easily susceptible, very susceptible mindset. So my main aim is just to provide people the right direction. Like, if I was able to clear the exams because I had a good company around me, very positive and good company that motivated and directed me towards the right direction at the right point of time. So every person needs those kind of people in their life, I think, because if someone is reaching to the top, there are many people behind that person. So equally, आपको किसी का भी potential पता नहीं होता, just you need to show them the right direction and show them the right path, उनको resources provide करना, and that's the main aim. यही profession की beauty होती है कि seniors juniors को help करते हैं and then juniors help their juniors. So this is a constant process, और मैं बहुत ही खुश हूँ कि I was part of this show, कि through which I was able to deliver my views so that my fellow people, uh, if they can learn something from my journey, because I belong from a very humble background, कोई legal background नहीं था, totally non-legal background, and doing many things with the help of my seniors and my juniors and my batchmates. So I think that everyone can do this, कि आपको patient रहना पड़ेगा, रेगुलरली हार्ड वर्क करना पड़ेगा, वो तो इक्वली एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट रिक्वायरमेंट है. बट लोज भी होंगे, अप्स एंड डाउन जर्नी में सबके आते हैं. आप ये मत सोचिए कि सब कुछ हो रहा है मेरे साथ अच्छा ही अच्छा हो रहा है, ऐसा नहीं था. बहुत बुरे दिन भी आते हैं. तो यू नीड टू स्टैंड स्टिल. लहरें आती, यू नीड टू वेट फॉर द वाटर्स टू गेट काम. नेविगेट हमेशा आप सी में करेंगे तो लहरें भी आएगी, नॉर्मल भी होगा. तो सबके साथ होता है, यूनिवर्सल है कई चीज़ें. आप ये मत सोचिए कि इट इज़ हैपनिंग टू मी ओनली. तो वर्ल्ड बहुत बड़ा है, सारे करीब करीब सारी चीज़ें यूनिवर्सल सी. आपको ऐसा कुछ यूनिक नहीं हो रहा आपकी लाइफ में. सो आपको ऐसे जब भी आप अपने आप को स्टक अराउंड करते, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल, उनकी जर्नी से आप सीख सकते हैं. सो बी ओपन टू डैट, और मेहनत करते रहिए हमेशा. बस वही है.
Right. Perfect. Perfect. I think this is exactly why we need to have such conversations, to learn more and more about this. And I'm really grateful that you have such principles to help out the juniors, and you're using this time that you have to really benefit so many people, so many law students who are going to learn from your experience. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for this amazing episode.
Thank you, Positive. Thank you.